I want you to think of like your favorite part of the story. Okay? This is called Pesca and the first salmon story. And we learned about where it's from in Canada. This is Pesca. It looks like a little doggy. This is a picture of where he lives. I know, some of these are just pictures. You'll be able to come up closer and look at this later. Yeah, you will be able to see in a second. Pesca opens his eyes. Today is an important day for his people, the Stehelas. But the special tray that's needed for the first salmon ceremony has been left behind. Special tray has been left behind. Four. There should be four. You see the boats? People fishing. With the tray, he went to go find the tray. With the tray under his arm, Pesca goes looking for the Siam, the chief. Every spring, Pesca people celebrate the first salmon ceremony. It's their way of saying thank you to the river for all the salmon that it brings. There's the river. Salmon is the most important food for the Stehelas people. But Pesca and his family also rely on other animals and berries to eat. Everything the Stehelas need to survive is found in the forest and the river.
So put that in the middle of the forest and the river.
Okay, where's the river there? That'll work. It's close enough. So it goes like this. Look at this, is just a picture. See the houses, you see the river. I'm thinking, what is gonna happen with Pesca and this first salmon ceremony? These men have cut down a cedar tree to make a canoe. So building canoes is an important part of this culture. And Pesca's really, he's thinking back into a long time ago, like 100 or so years ago. First, the trunk of the canoe is hollowed out. Look up here. First, the trunk of the canoe is hollowed out. Then, the hot rocks and boiling water are placed inside, and the trunk is steamed over the fire to change its shape. Pesca is going to make a canoe one day when he's older. This is everybody? Tradition. Say the word.
Tradition.
This is a tradition, hollowing out the canoe.
He's crushed.
See what happens next. Here you can see the hollowing out of the canoe. Pesca is hoping when he gets older, he gets to make his own canoe. That is an important tradition.
Yeah.
The Stehelas use cedar trees for many other things. The ceremonial tray is made from cedar wood. Mats, baskets, hats, and clothes are made from cedar bark.
Ow.
Even Pesca's shirt is made from cedar bark. Even his
Ow.
shirt.
It's wood.
It becomes really soft once you make really thin strips. Here's a picture of them making things with the cedar. You see that? You read a book about that?
No, he was still clawing.
Look at this picture. They're having a little snack at this first salmon ceremony. A little snack.
We're having a snack attack.
So we've learned about Pesca's thinking back And he's gotten the tray for the salmon ceremony. We've learned a little bit about how they make canoes out of cedar and all different kinds of things. But let's learn about the salmon ceremony. Everything smells so good that Pesca has to stop for a minute at the smokehouse to catch his breath. So close your eyes and imagine you're smelling smoked salmon and dried blueberries are his favorite foods. But today, there's no time for a snack.
No.
There's no time for a snack, because what
Snack attack.
does he have to get ready for?
Let's
Let's see what he does. This, sit up nice and nice. This is where the drums are made from wood
Wait, there's rain
and
on the
animal
outside.
skin.
There's rain.
Yep. This is where the drums are made from wood and animal skin, and Pesca can hear the beating of the drums clearly. Come to our first salmon ceremony, they say. They're beating the drums. Many of the drums also made out of wood. Come to our first salmon ceremony. Here they're making drums. Okay, let's see what else happens. Oh, bang, bang, bang. They're hitting the drum. The ceremony starts when the first salmon is caught. Remember what that looked like when those two men were catching those big fish? The first salmon is caught and put over the fire. Remember the picture of the salmon, pieces of salmon on the fire? Are you remembering this? There's more than enough salmon for everyone. Pesca runs to the chief and delivers the ceremonial tray just in time. Remember that picture where they have the salmon with the on top of the cedar branches, and then they push it out into the water. So he has the tray. He's bringing the tray. Now let's see what happens next. Oh look, picture of making the salmon, just like you saw in the video. When we watched that Lummi Nation first salmon ceremony. What an amazing feast. What an amazing feast. Everybody's eating and paying respects to the salmon. The people have now finished eating. Do you remember when we were watching that video how people were eating salmon and then walked out to the river? Okay, let's see what happens. The people had finished eating. They put the salmon bones on the ceremonial tray, the one Pesca had found. And the chief leads the procession. With a splash, he returns the salmon bones back to the river, and everyone thanks the river for Tecuaque, the greatest gift. So there she is, putting the salmon back into the river.
Still 10 million more.
So back at the beginning of the story, Pesca was remembering from a long time ago, and here's a picture of him today. Because one thing we always have to remember is there's some traditions that got passed down from generation to generation, but just like all cultures and people, Native and Indigenous people live with us today, right? Just like all of us. And look what they say here. I wish I could go back 1,000 years, because he's remembering some of these traditions that still live on today because they're passed down from generation to generation. Okay, I want you to look to your partner and talk about your favorite part of the story or something you learned. Are you ready to share out your favorite part of the story? Okay, everyone get ready to share a favorite part of the story.
My favorite
Your favorite part is what?
silent.
Look up at the pictures to try to remember. You wish you could too. What's your favorite part of the story? Okay, think about it. Ready? What's your favorite part of the story? Or something that you just learned? Way in the back, go ahead. All right, oh, listen please, go ahead.
I like the part where they started making the drums.
Yes, okay, wait 1 sec, because all of our friends aren't listening. We have to make sure we're paying respect to the person that's talking, right? Did you hear that? Okay, can you say it one more time, hon? Sorry.
I like the part where they were making the drums.
Or they're making the drums. Can you come point to that part? Were you able to do that? They made drums. Does anyone remember that part where they were making the drums? Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Who else can tell us your favorite part or something you learned? Just a second. We want to make sure everyone has a turn. Go ahead, hon. Yeah. What's a part of the story that where you learned something or you liked that part? Can you come point at it and tell us what that part is? Listen, please. Remember which part? This one right here? Right here where they're smoking the salmon? Yeah, they're cooking the salmon? Okay, go ahead.
My favorite part was when he said, I wish I could go back 1,000 years. That's awesome.
Where you could wish you could go back in time 1,000 years. Thank you. What else? Go ahead.
People are trying to do I noticed that they were mainly living in the wilderness.
Yeah.
And I also noticed that they had like a very interesting ways of making stuff.
Yeah.
It's not how most people make stuff.
Yeah, thank you. What else, hon?
I like the part when the chief put the salmon bones into the river.
When the chief put the salmon bones into the river at the end of the ceremony. Yep. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do next. Can everybody think, okay, that was a good part of the story. Hold on to your favorite part of the story, because I have a challenge for you. Are you ready? I'm gonna show you some words, and then with your partner, you have to decide where you're going to put these words on the chart when I call you up. Okay? So sit up, ready? The first one, can everyone read this word? First salmon ceremony. So if you and your partner get that one, you'll think, where do I think that goes? And you'll decide where it goes on the story. Second one is, everybody say this word, procession. That's like people walking down to the river. A procession, kind of like a parade. Next one, tray. Can you sit down, hon? Tray. Remember the tray Pesca was trying to find for the ceremony? Next word, everybody? Say it together. Salmon. You'll decide where if you get that word, you'll decide where you think you want to put it. Next one?
River.
Say it louder.
River.
Okay, if you get that one, you'll decide where you want to put it. Next one?
Animals.
Okay, so be thinking in your head, where would I put that with my partner? Where does that go on the tray? On the chart. Next one?
Animals.
Okay. Next one, everybody? Cedar trees. Where would you put that on the input chart? Next one? Ceremony. Next one? Hollowed out. Do you remember what was hollowed out? What was hollowed out?
The canoe.
The canoes. Next one? Smokehouse. Where would you put that?
It's a smokehouse.
Next one?
Canoe.
And, can you hand that one to me, hon? Can you hold it up?
Sheep.
Sheep. Thank you. And, can you hold it for everyone to see that one? The last one? Forest. Okay, you hold on to that one. With your partner, be thinking about where you're going to put it. Decide together. With your partner or partners, decide together. Decide with the partner first. And then I'll call you up to put it up. I'll call you up in a second. I will call you up in a second. Decide with your partners where it goes. Decide with your partner where it goes. Okay, when I give you the tape, you can go put it up. Go put it up. Oh, yeah. Put yourself. Sit down. Talk to your partner. Okay, once you get the tape, you can go put yourself.
My name is so I should be on the A.
Once you have the tape, put yourself where you
Once you put your work, you'll have a seat so others can do it. Hey, I put it on. I put it both ways on.
Sit back down. I'm gonna give you the next one.
Maybe here. Okay. Yeah. I don't think there's a picture. Once you hang your word, go back and sit down.
Once you hung your word, go sit down so there's room for everybody. I know. You can put it on the picture, but you can read it later.
Lily, get in front of the camera. Look.
Alright, sit down for the next step.
Okay, this is how next up. I never heard a single bit.
I'll reach up there for you. Alright.
Ready?
Oh, I have to write here.
Alright, class, group up. We gotta go to the next one. Get back together. We got another fun activity.
I thought my body's bending back.
The checks you're making right now.
Okay. Alright, I want everyone to look up at the chart. Come closer so you can see. Come closer. Come closer.
I'm not sitting
Come
down.
join us. Ingrid. Alright, so let's look up at the chart for a second. We have, everybody,
Up there.
first salmon ceremony, animals, forest, cedar trees, canoe, hollowed out, river, salmon, chief, procession. Everybody? Smokehouse, ceremony, tray, animal skin. Okay, I have another challenge for you. This challenge is harder. Are you ready?
No.
Okay, let's think for a second. Imagine you're Pesca, or the chief, or any of the other people in the story, and I want you to imagine, what would they be saying? What would they be saying? I have some speech bubbles. And with your partner, you have to decide where you think it goes. Ms. McCollum, do you think we can get to this too, or what do you think?
About 7 minutes.
Think that's enough time?
So yeah, maybe just maybe we could do a couple together and then we can finish it when we get back.
After recess. Yeah. Okay, we'll do a couple together and then finish after recess. Are you ready? Okay, here's the first speech bubble. I'm gonna read it, and then you're gonna talk to your partner about where you think it goes. Ready? Look up here. Look. This is hard work, but I'm almost done. Talk to your partner. Where could it go?
Smoking.
Talk to your partner. Where could it go?
That's what the canoe is.
This is hard work, but I'm almost done.
Canoeing. It's the canoe.
This is hard work, but I'm almost done. All right, raise your hand if you have an idea.
Canoe.
This is hard.
It's not canoe.
I'm almost done.
It's a canoe.
Raise your hand so I can call on you. Go ahead. You want to put it where you think it goes?
Canoe.
Want to stick it up there? Partner's helping you. Yeah. Put it together.
That's
It's a great one.
Miss Johnson.
Yeah.
When I was thinking about it,
Yeah.
and then I said smoking, and then like where they were smoking, and then it reminded me of this time I was at church,
Yeah.
and I was they had fidgets there, and I was using a Tic-Tac, a fake Tic-Tac.
Okay.
It wasn't really Tic-Tac because it only had 3 screws and it was long.
Okay.
And then when I looked at the bottom,
Yeah.
it showed a guy vaping, and I'm like.
Oh, what are we talking about that or are we talking about smoking salmon? I'm
Well,
really curious.
smoking is technically
Oh, I see. So that's what made you think
not
about
the
it.
logo.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the next one. Are you ready? Sometimes when you're reading stories, it makes you think about something you saw somewhere else, right?
Yeah, I like.
Um,
We shouldn't be in church.
Okay. We're gonna keep our focus on the story. And here's the next.
Ingrid?
Ingrid, here's the next one. Ready? This looks nice. Talk to your partner. Where's it go?
Ingrid.
This looks nice. Talk to your partner. This looks nice. Okay, raise your hand. Where do you think it goes? You have an idea? Yeah. What are they looking at, you think? Yeah, making the clothing. Yeah, can you reach it up there? Puppy? This looks nice. Okay, next one. Smells good. Smells good. Who wants to do that one? Talk to your partner about where it goes first. Smells good. Okay. All right, hands up in the air. Lily, you want to do this one? You want to do this one? Go put it where you think it goes. Yeah, you can go together as a team.
Why is it under water?
I think either of those. Maybe go with your partner and you can decide where it goes.
We can help each other.
Help each other.
Plans.
Yeah.
Maybe, well, there are kind of 2 smoke pots.
Okay, maybe think about it and just hold on to it for a second. You'll have a chance to put it up. What about this one? Here you go. Thank you for the salmon. Who wants to do that one? Here you go. Thank you for the salmon. I'll put that one on. What about this one? We need to catch a lot of fish because a lot of people are coming to this first salmon ceremony. We need to catch a lot of fish because a lot of people are coming to this first salmon ceremony. What about this one? That looks interesting. That looks interesting. this one? Oh no, they left the salmon tray behind. Talk to your partner. Oh no, they left the salmon tray behind.
Oh no.
Where would it go? Where'd it go? See if you and your partner can find that one. Oh no, they left the salmon tray behind. What about this one?
Something's too heavy. My take on this one.
Oh, okay. Here you go. What about this one? I want to make a canoe when I'm older. Talk to your partner. I want to make a canoe when I'm older. Where would that go? I want to make a canoe when I'm older. You want to do that one? You want to do that one? What about this one? Those blueberries smell yummy. Talk to your partner. Those blueberries smell yummy. Talk to your partner right behind you and see if you guys can figure out where that was. What about? I need more paint. I need more paint. I have another one. Yeah, that works. Stick it up there.
I need help. Do you need help reaching?
I need to hurry. Quick, I need to hurry. Talk to your partner and raise your hands when you have an idea. Quick, I need to hurry.
But where?
I need to hurry. Where did that go? An idea? Can you work with your partner and see if the two of you can work together?
I'm giving you a spot.
Okay, sit down once you have a good spot for it. Who hasn't had a chance yet?
We have
Okay, this one's gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Maybe the two of you work together with your hands up.
I
Gotta
can
go
hear
fast.
that. I think it goes when they start smelling. No. This is
And then maybe this is like they could make their own bubbles like later.
I haven't put anything there. Come on, you put it in there.
All right, stick it up there and then sit back down and we'll look at our chart before recess.
That only has I know.
Here, keep that away.
Okay, let's sit down and look at all the speech bubbles.
No, this needs to go somewhere else. This is where he's waking up.
There's more than one places those speech bubbles can go. Not one answer that's correct.
And then, oh no, they left the tray behind here. These blueberries smell yummy.
Maybe that's at the beginning, I wonder, when he's looking for the tray. Is that at the beginning? Is that what you think? At the beginning, he couldn't find the tray for the salmon ceremony. Yeah. Yep, that works too, because that he needs to get.
Sorry, that's somebody else's desk.
Ingrid.
Okay, everybody, let's sit back down again, and I want us to look at all the things and remember the story. Okay, look up here. So at the beginning, Pesca wakes up, and he can't find the salmon tray for the first salmon ceremony. Oh no, they left the tray behind. I need to hurry. So he runs through the forest. They talked about some of the animals that were there, the importance of cedar trees to this community. He watches and he sees the people making the hollowed out canoes, and he's like, I'm gonna make a canoe when I get older. So he sees how much hard work it is to do that, but that once they finish, it's so rewarding. They have some snack of blueberries and smoked salmon from the smokehouse. They look at some of the other art and the other things that the cedar is making clothes and all other kinds of things. They talk about how they need lots of salmon for the first salmon ceremony. Here's a picture of people painting the drums. They're like, quick, get it ready for the ceremony. And then you hear the drums beating. And you're like, this is gonna be interesting. And the drums are made with animal skin. And then they have the tray, and they put the salmon on the tray, and people are like, whoa, this smells so good. And then they do a procession, right, where they all walk together with the chief leading, going down to the river to release the salmon bones into the water to give thanks for the salmon. Okay, so let's think back to what we were thinking about, and then we're gonna go to recess. So one of our learning targets was to learn about a cultural, everybody?
Tradition.
Of the Lummi Nation. And also to retell a traditional salmon story about the first people from this region. And what's the name of this ceremony?
First salmon ceremony.
Yeah. So, do you think that you learned something a little more about it? A little more about the first salmon ceremony?